I have now owned my OneWheel Pint for approximately 2 months and done just over 100 kilometers so I thought it was finally time to make a well-rounded review of how I'm liking this thing. Spoiler alert, I bloody love it. So you do or you don't know what a OneWheel Pint is. I don't know that, but what I can tell you is it's really flippin' awesome. In short, this is an electric skateboard, but also nothing like an electric skateboard. When that craze hit, I thought they looked cool, but I also didn't like that you couldn't really take it many places. This, on the other hand, has one giant wheel in the middle. Look at this all-terrain baddie. Look at it! It's like one giant go-kart wheel, and you can even pump it up yourself at a petrol station. How this started is one of my best mates got one of these. What's up, Michael? He is not a skater, but he picked it up and then he became in love. Slowly convinced me to get one. Well, basically I tried it out and I thought it was incredible. I guess you could say it's kind of like an electric skateboard crossed with one of those hoverboard things. It has that Segway technology where if you just kind of like put pressure on the board, it will propel you forward. So there are no remotes. Yes! Finding your balance when you first get this thing and sort of figuring out how it all works is quite weird. It basically works on your center of gravity being over the middle of the board, but as you learn, you'll be able to loosen up, bend your knees, carve down the road, down on the grass, have so much fun. Make sure you practice with something you can hold on to, whether that's your mate's shoulders or just even a bar. Just kind of grab that balance and then be rolling along with someone. It's very easy to stack when you're just first getting your balance and starting. I took it very easy and I took it very slow. There are actually 4 modes on this thing, so you can connect it to your phone and toggle between different modes that will change the way your board moves. For example, there's Pacific, which is like a smooth, sort of sturdy ride. I use that a lot for cruising. And then there's Skyline, and if you use that mode, it basically makes it a bit more wobbly and you can carve more. It's actually really crazy how you can tell the difference, and it really changes the way you ride. It's really fun. What I love about the OneWheel over other things on the market that are electric and that propel you forward, the big fat tire means you can go over crazy cracks in the ground, you can go on grass, sand, and you can even jump down a curb if you want to.
Nice.
So to me, it felt more versatile, especially for where I live. I can go more places. If there isn't quite a proper path, it doesn't matter, I can go on the grass. And what is amazing about this thing is it feels like you're snowboarding on land. It's sick. I can't even quite describe the feeling to you. There's a thing called #FloatLife. It's something that's been coined in the community because people say that one-wheeling feels like you're floating. But you know what, overall, I would say the first time I got on a one-wheel, it felt like I was riding a hoverboard. Not this thing, a real one, like a Back to the Future hoverboard. They were meant to be here by now, but they ain't, so you gotta get a one-wheel. So I'm an Aussie, I imported this thing from the States. It was a tricky process, but it is possible. I would just say, do your research, read the info in my description. Otherwise, you can source one of these locally. Though obviously, if you can support OneWheel directly in any way, do it. I also bought this awesome fender for it while I purchased this. It's worth spending that extra bit of coin because it basically protects you from things flicking up at you while you're riding. The other things you should buy when grabbing yourself a one-wheel of any kind is definitely a helmet and some pads. It's cool to always wear a helmet, and these things are high-powered. You need one. What is the battery life like? It's pretty bloody good. My battery on average lasts around 12 to 15 kilometers, which converts to this. Honestly, the one-wheel has made me low-key more adventurous. When you're riding it, it's just so much fun, and you want to try it in new places and over new ground and terrain that you're kind of always looking around for weird hidden paths and places you can take it. In regards to the weight of this thing, it is quite heavy, but it's definitely not enough to stop you taking it places. The Pint comes with a handle, and the idea really is that you're not carrying it around much, but you can if you need to. This is very heavy doing this, by the way. I mean, it would be incredible if it was lighter, but it's not a downfall in any way because this machine is so incredible, it really just doesn't matter. And yeah, you will pretty much just be riding everywhere and working it out so that you really don't have to carry it very often at all. The lights. It's a nice touch. You can ride at night. It's great. And people can see that you're like a car with a red light on the back. So safety, y'all. Honestly, I deliberated over getting a OneWheel, but I have to say it was well worth it. I love it to bits. I do use it as a form of transportation and just fun, so much fun. So if you are considering grabbing one, but you're just not sure about pulling the trigger, I am loving it. I can't see myself getting over it. I'm very curious to hear if you have any questions about this thing. I'd be happy to answer them in the comments, and I'm sure some other fellow one-wheelers will be happy to answer them for you if I can't get around to it. Aside from that, follow me on the gram and TikTok for more awesomeness, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.